Morning, everyone. Boker Tov and Bruchim Habayim. Good to see everyone. And a beautiful Minyan, Baruch Hashem. So we are continuing Siman Reish Mem Dalet Seif Hey now, and this is hiring non-Jews to work for you. What happens on Shabbat? So let's say you hire someone for a year contract, a non-Jew for a year contract, and back in the day, maybe people that were wealthy or whatever, they would hire someone to. Back in the day, they didn't just walk into stores and get clothing, but here, you're my tailor. You sew all my clothing. So let's say that example. So if that's the case, or you're my writer, you write all my documents for me back in the day, so they'd have a scribe. So nowadays, let's say it's a maid, right? We have maids that live in for the whole year, whatever. So you tell this scribe or this tailor, I want you to get these jobs done. Now, you're not telling him to specifically work on Shabbat, and he could do it any time that he wants, provided that he gets the job done. So that's okay. That's okay, meaning even if he does it on his own volition on Shabbat, he does it on his own on Shabbat, that's okay, provided that you don't pay him per day, you pay him per job. It's the same theme we've been going with, it's kind of different variations of it. But here the Shulchan Aruch throws in another point, which that the goy, this guy that you hire, doesn't do the work in the Jew's house. So that's we're going to discuss maids in a moment. But this person that's not doing the work in the Jew's house, it might look like you hiring this guy for Shabbat. So if he's going to be in the corner of you're having a dafina, you're having a thing, the guy's in the corner room sewing or whatever, looks like you're hiring this guy, for Shabbat. So that's not supposed to be done if it's in the Jew's house. Okay, so let's discuss a few points about this. First of all, the Mishnah Brura adds that this has to be a case as well that the Jewish owner doesn't gain by him when he works on Shabbat, because again, if we said it's allowed, let's say not in the Jewish home, but it's allowed if the guy, he has to do this shirt, and he does the shirt on his own over Shabbat, the Jew doesn't gain anything by him working on Shabbat, he just has to get that shirt done, so that is also still okay. But if you tell him, you have to work every day for me, I don't care what, I hire you for the year, you have to do something every day for me, that includes Shabbat, that's not allowed to be done. Now, if, let's say, you tell him, okay, here's a shirt, get this done for me, and you're giving it to him before Shabbat. We also spoke about a similar case. You give it to him before Shabbat, and I say, I need it Motzei Shabbat. And it can't get done within that time. He has to work on Shabbat. You're basically telling him, work on Shabbat for me. That's also not allowed. But what if he could do it if he stays, if he stays late on Friday, or he says, I need it Sunday morning, stays up Saturday night all night to get it done. Even though he's going to do it basically on Shabbat, nevertheless, we do rule with the lenient opinion that technically, if he could get it done outside of Shabbat, then it is okay. So this would be like an example. You go to the cleaners right before Shabbat, and you say, I need it, Sunday morning. And so, this type of job might take a few hours. So now, if it's something that's impossible to be done, except for on Shabbat, then you can't do it. But if it is possible, even if they would stay up all night, it technically is possible. Now, even if they do it on Shabbat, now it's like their own volition. So then it could be allowed. Now, what happens with a maid? So people have live-ins, non-Jewish maids. So how does that work with them doing work on Shabbat? So number one is if the work is something that's allowed to be done on Shabbat, then that's fine. They're not doing melacha on Shabbat, meaning if they're babysitting or they're cutting vegetables or whatever it is, that's fine. So what happens now? Okay, so cleaning, and now they, clean the basement, please, and they go and they take the vacuum. So number one, you're not allowed to tell them to do a melacha on Shabbat. You can't tell them take the vacuum and clean. But if you tell them to clean, and there's a way to clean without using the vacuum, let's say, and they on their own use the vacuum, then that is okay, because they're doing it on their own. That's the key component over here. Okay, so that's that for today. And Be'ezrat Hashem, I'm going to be heading to Los Angeles this evening for the wedding of Yosef Wanunu. We hope he comes back to our community one day. But Baruch Hashem, a big simcha. So I'll be back Monday morning, Be'ezrat Hashem, maybe in time for tefillah, maybe not, but Be'ezrat Hashem, we'll see when the plane lands and everything. But keep on coming to make the minyan, keeping it strong, Be'ezrat Hashem. Minchat tonight at 5:10. Have a good day, everyone.